I've made it to Costa Rica. I'm here, oh my god. So I gotta go outside and find my shuttle, which is somewhere back here, but of course I have to get the welcome sign. Good morning from Rythmia. So I had a little bit of a panic attack this morning. My phone was not charging. It might have been Mother Ayahuasca saying, fuck everybody. They can hear your story when you get back. I met Jerry, I met Meg, I'm like fangirling, and this place is amazing. The food is unbelievable. First ceremony tonight. Oh, here's the labyrinth. I have to do this later too. I'm in one of the hammocks. Oh my god, I've been waiting to be in one of these hammocks. It is obviously extremely hot and sweaty out. And I'm right next to the Maloka. That's where all the magic is going to happen tonight. First shaman is Brad, who they say it's going to be pretty gentle tonight. I don't know how gentle they're talking. But he's usually the shaman that I hear a lot about. He brings a lot of male energy, so usually it's pretty intense. So we'll see how gentle it is. I made it through ceremony number 1. Trying to get the sun out of my eyes. Here we go, I found some shade. So I'm by the Maloka. I made it through last night. I'm really ready for tonight. I want to film this. I feel like I've already told the story 1,000 times because everybody's telling their stories, but I have to have it on video for me, and depending on how my other journeys go, I want to make sure I remember this one. So last night was kind of uneventful for me, and it was a little disappointing, but I think I got what I needed from that one, for sure. So I love Rape. Rape was awesome. Hold on, I'm gonna show my shirt. Inhale the good shit, exhale the bullshit. Rape was good. I really liked that. It really centered me. It really got me ready for the ceremony. I felt like just calm. It was good. They called for the first drink. I went up and I was like, I can't believe I'm about to do this. Like, I've been waiting to do this for a long time and imagining what this moment would be like. And just taking that glass in your hand, and I looked into it and I said, you know, show me who I've become. And I think like the reasons why I've become that way, or be gentle with me. I also wrote her a letter, Mother Ayahuasca, a letter before the ceremony, and just really, and I think maybe this hurt me. Like, I think I was too prepared to where I was stuck in like my organization shit and overthinking. So take the first drink. I didn't think it actually tasted that bad. It doesn't taste good, but it doesn't taste awful. Or it tastes pretty awful, but it's not unbearable. It was like super burnt, like Kahlua, or like coffee, and it's gritty, like you're drinking coffee grounds or something. And go back to my mat, and I sit, because they say sit first before you start to move around, because it could make you feel nauseous. Like, let it kind of go, like sit straight up so it kind of goes through your body. And I was pretty chilled. Like, I wasn't really scared, but I was like, listen, like, this is about to happen. So I'm open. I kept like kind of going back to my notebook and rereading like the letter and just really preparing myself. And then I just didn't want to sit up anymore, and I felt like I had sat up enough. I did not feel nauseous. I could feel it in my stomach, but it didn't feel like I was going to puke. Like, it was a little like wormy, but it wasn't too bad. And I laid down and got comfortable. I was really comfortable. And then the thoughts started, and I just started to think, and it was mostly me trying to calm myself down to stop thinking, because the thoughts weren't bad, they weren't good, it was just random. Like, what's going to be this, or how am I going to describe this to people? And it was just like, what's going to happen? And I think that fucked me up. And so thoughts that I couldn't even tell you what they were, but I know I was trying to, I'm like, stop thinking, meditate, open your, like, focus, clear your mind, focus on your breathing, let it come. And that went on for like 45 fucking minutes of just rapid thoughts, like, and it was like, I know I'm an overthinker and I think a lot, and it's constant to where it's almost like I'm used to it, but it bothers me. And laying there like that, it was going like 100 times faster than normal, and I'm like, this is fucking insane, like, shut the fuck up and just relax. And I didn't get any visions. There was at one point the ceiling kind of looked like it was breathing. I think it was stuff that I was kind of almost imagining. And then I started to feel the effects of it a little bit. And I was like, God, shut up. Show me who I've become. And all of a sudden, the thoughts stopped. And it's hard to describe if it was a vision or if it was just in my mind's eye, because my brain and my mind's eye is very vivid anyway. So, and I don't know if it was my voice or her voice, but I just see and hear overthinker in like big white letters. And I'm like, yep, I know that. And then I kept like kind of realizing that it was saying like, you're overthinking so much that you're ruining the experience. Like, you're ruining the experience, and you do this in everyday life too. Like, my thinking doesn't let me let go and enjoy something that is going on, that I should just be in that moment without thinking of something else. And so once that happened, I think I relaxed more, because at that point was when I felt the pulsing like through my body, but it was very comfortable and it felt really good, and it was just like this calm, like pulsing pressure going up and down my body, like she was feeling me, and that she was trying to like get to know my body and get to know me. And that felt pretty cool. Like, it didn't make me panic, like I didn't panic, and that's kind of when I knew it was coming on. And it was just very gentle. It came on very gently, and I had asked her to be gentle with me because I felt like I was very ready, but subconsciously I know I was probably terrified, and obviously because I felt like I was blocking everything out. And then I just got really comfortable, and like my body and my mind, like the body high felt a lot like ecstasy. I felt like I was rolling my balls off, and all I kept doing was yawning. Like, I was just big yawns, like where my jaw would come unhinged, or feel like it was coming unhinged. And that's a form of purging. Did not feel like I was going to shit my pants. Did not feel like I was going to throw up. A little bit of nausea, but not bad. Then I could hear, again, I wasn't sure if it was me talking or her, but like, you're comfortable. I was like, you're comfortable. Like, it's not going to be like this. Like, don't think like, oh, this is easy, because it's not going to be this easy every time. And I'm thinking like she's being nice to me, you know, and, but I was really enjoying it, and it had been a little while, so I knew like the second drink was going to kind of come around soon. And people started getting up and kind of like exploring or going to the bathroom. There were a couple people purging, and I was like, oh, I think I'll take a walk. Like, I'm good. Like, I feel, and it was dark in there, and my creativity felt like it really opened up. And I'm like, I want to write in my journal, and I couldn't see anything. So those couple pages are pretty interesting. But I was just talking about how it was, you know, it was nice and it felt good. I felt fucked up, but like a good fucked up, and I took a walk outside because I'm like, I can't write anymore in the dark. It's not gonna happen. So I walked outside, and that kind of just kind of wandered, because I was like, I don't want them to think I'm like, and then I realized I forgot my puke bucket, and they tell you bring your puke bucket everywhere with you, because you never know like when movement is gonna make you want to throw up. So I come back inside, and I'm just sitting there kind of like, observing everything else, just chilling. They call for the second drink, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm ready. Like, I'm going. I get up to that line, and it took me about, like 20 seconds in that line to realize how fucked up I actually was. And I was like swaying, kind of like dancing to the music, but also trying to keep myself on 2 feet and steady, because like it's hard to walk. You're kind of like drunk. And I felt like lightheaded, or like, oh god, if I stand up too long I'm gonna pass out or fall over or something like that. And I'm getting closer and closer to the next drink, and I hear someone fall over. I hear someone fall down, and you see like people rush to them, like, oh, they're okay. And today I found out it was just a girl that was in line for another drink, and she couldn't hold herself up, so she got on the floor and was like crawling, and then ended up just toppling over. But the sound was very loud, and it made me feel like, oh my god, somebody passed out, somebody blacked out. Like, what am I doing? Should I be taking this other drink? I feel really fucked up. I don't know if I should be doing this next one. Maybe it's just hitting me now. Maybe I don't need the second one. And then there's a lady behind me, and I'm looking around, like, just stay calm. Everybody else is here for their second drink. Everybody's in line too. You're not the only one. I'm sure everybody else feels crazy. And there were very few people that didn't come up for the second one. And even people that I saw that were really feeling the first one came up for the second one. So I'm like, I'm fine, I'm fine. And then all of a sudden, the girl behind me, like, I'm looking around, and she looks at me. And this is why they say don't fucking talk to anybody while you're on this shit, because nobody wants to communicate. And it's gonna freak somebody out, because you probably feel like you're being comforting or nice, and you're actually, like, it's actually coming off, depending, as maybe a little weird or like creepy, which is what happened to me. So she looks at me and she's like, are you ready for your new heart? And her pupils were so big, and she's just kind of like floaty, and I was like, yeah. And she was like, 'cause it's coming. I'm like, what the fuck kind of weird cult movie am I in right now? And I was like, it really creeped me out. But she probably meant it with such good intention and positivity and love, but it fucking freaked me out. And I was just like, ignore it. Like, I knew it was, I knew I was in good hands, but it was still like, oh god, should I be doing this? Like, this is fucked up. Like, the whole thing is very bizarre. The whole ceremony is very bizarre. By the end, I was much more trusting of it, but it just took till the end of the ceremony for me to feel like that. And so I'm like 4 people away from the next drink, and I'm like, I'm gonna throw up. And be like, her talking to me made me feel like I was gonna puke. And I realized when I got up to go get the second drink, I was feeling so good that I didn't bring my bucket again. My bucket's at the bed. So I'm like, you know what? And I turn around and I look at her, and I said, you can go ahead. And I was like, I'll be back. And I went and got the bucket, and I was like almost kind of contemplating it too, like, should I go back up and do this? Got the bucket and said, bitch, you get up there and you take that second drink. Like, you're up there for a reason. There's more to this. Like, you can go deeper. This is nothing. You just feel messed up. Like, you're not seeing anything. You're not getting anything. Like, you need the second drink. And I go up and I pick the shorter line, and same thing. I'm standing up there, like, I'm like bending over on my knees. One of the girls is waving a fan at me, because I was pretty close to the front. So she's cooling me down, which felt really, like, it was really nice. And I'm like, I think maybe I'll just take half. I'll take a half one. And I get up there, and they do, like, they spit that, like, energy clearing, like, sweet water type stuff on you. And I said to her, I'm like, I just want half. And so she's told the shaman she just wants half, and that's what he gave me. It was not like, no, you need to do more. Like, they'll listen to you. And I put my bucket down. She's like, put your bucket down so you can receive your drink. And I take the drink, and this, like, the first time it was very, like, ceremonial. Like, I used 2 hands. This time I was just like, like, just shoot it like a shot, one hand. And it was half half of a shot, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing again with this? And then just the taste and knowing that I'm putting more of this in my body with how fucked up I already was. I'm like, fucking A. And that was the ego taking over, saying, you don't need more, don't do more, get rid of it. As soon as I got back to, I was like retching as I'm walking back to my bed, get to the bed and fucking throw up the shot. My only time puking, my only time purging was to throw up the shot because of the taste and probably subconscious fear saying, don't do it. If you throw it up now, it won't hit you. You'll just stay how you feel now, which is not what I wanted and not what I wanted to do. So from that point on, I puked, and then I was still trying, like, what did I throw up? What did I throw up? And all I'm seeing is this black bubbling shit in my bucket. And I'm like, there's nothing that, I don't know if this is anything except the last drink that I just took. And, so I laid down. I was like, let's just relax, because I felt very good. Like, I felt very relaxed and, like, cozy. And I fell asleep at one point, but it was like a fucked up sleep. And I don't know how long it was for. There were a lot of interesting things going on around me. There was one girl that believed that the shamans and this whole thing was like a cult and they're bad and bad energy. Her whole story is a whole other fucking situation, but the way that they were dealing with her and helping her, you can tell that it is all in positivity and all in light and all in good, because I think that was subconsciously something I was thinking too, because I have a problem trusting. So I'm like, is this something that's actually, is this real? Like, is this a real thing, or am I putting myself in a really fucked up situation? And I think that also held me back with the fear and the not trusting thing, causing me not to receive the medicine as well and really get into it like I wanted to. But by the end, and all the people, and some people were dancing, I got up and danced later, like in the middle. I walked outside again. I went to the fire and just contemplating like how I felt, and but how the shamans were dealing with people that had a hard time, like you knew, like they know what they're doing and they want these people to heal, and it's really nice, it's really good, and it makes me feel much better about tonight. And so the things I was feeling after I knew that second drink was not going to hit me, I wanted to go up and get another one, but I couldn't imagine standing back up. And all I felt was disappointment, frustration. I didn't do good enough. I didn't do it right. I failed. I didn't trust. I'm afraid. And I'm like, so that just aggravated me throughout the night, but I'm like, whatever, I'm having a good time, like I feel good, at least I'm not like freaking out or something, so just enjoy it, and just relax and kind of observe, get to know it, like observe what's going on around you, because you're gonna have to experience this a few more times. And I said, like, there's more nights, you have 3 more nights of this, it's okay that like nothing crazy happened tonight. And so all these feelings are coming up, and I'm like, by the end, when I got up and kind of like danced, when everybody was starting to kind of come down and realize like, holy shit, like something magical just happened, and everybody's dancing by like the little center altar. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm getting up and doing that because I feel pretty normal. Why not embrace it and enjoy what I'm feeling? And the feelings that I was feeling, I realized last night, and even more now, the disappointment, I didn't do well enough, I failed, I didn't trust it, it's fear. Those are my constant emotions. That's constantly what I'm thinking. That's fucking why I'm here. And it's like, yes, I already knew that, but Mother Ayahuasca was showing me that's what you have become. But I still wish I could have gone deeper to figure out why. And hopefully that will come tonight, and I'll put a little bit more into it. So it was still very bizarre. I still enjoyed it very much, and at the end you feel good, and I feel really good today, and you have energy after, and you just want to talk about it. But then again, I didn't take a lot. Some people feel like shit today, like some people, but mostly everybody feels pretty good. so it was very interesting experience. And then one of the classes today made me feel a lot better about the whole like nothing happened thing, where she was saying, you know, you took so much time to prepare for this experience in this situation, and sorry, this bug. And why isn't anything happening? Because I was telling myself I surrender, but apparently I was not, and my ego was still getting in the way and trying to protect me. And hopefully tonight I can say thank you for protecting me and, you know, making sure I was okay. But you've been doing that for 32 years, so let me go into this and see the truth and find the real me, the original me. And but it was a very strange experience, but it was so cool. And by the end, I felt much better. Like when I was seeing the shamans go around and helping people, I'm like, they really are here for good and light and positivity and everything. And yeah. It was nice. And Sarah, the shaman, I think she is the shaman tonight. It's ladies' night. I loved her energy. I loved her energy so much, and she was beautiful and dancing around and with the feathers, and I'm like, yes, that is what I want. I want that energy. I want to feel that. When I went up for the drink, I was actually trying to get her to serve me, but the line was so long I couldn't really see who was the shaman in front of me, because they serve, it's 3 lines where they serve the drink. And I was actually with Brad, who was the main shaman, but I loved Sarah's energy, who was kind of like his like assistant shaman, but she's the main shaman tonight. And I wanted her to serve me, and so I'm gonna go for her tonight. And tonight's supposed to be like a feminine energy, so I have a good feeling, and I'm trying to just fucking let it go and let's do this, because I want some work. I have some work to do, and I know I held on to safety last night, and I can see everybody's okay, everybody's fine. You know, they go through hard shit and then they come out so light and happy at the other end, and that happened for me too, but I want more. And yeah, so fucking night 2.